My name is Howard Engel. I've been a writer for many years. One day I woke up. It was a day like any other day. Everything looked the same as it always had looked. I walked downstairs, opened the front door, reached out to bring in the morning paper. I opened it up, and it seemed to be written in a foreign language. I couldn't make head or tail of it. I knew that it had to be a stroke. There was something wrong with my head. I went out, I hailed a cab, and my son and I made it to the nearest hospital. And I said I had a stroke, and they said, yes, that's what you had. Like a lot of people, I assumed that reading and writing came from the same part of the brain, that it was like the difference between breathing out and breathing in, that they were the opposite sides of the same coin. But as we discovered, they're quite separate and distinct, and they take parts in slightly different parts of the brain. Reading has always been an important element in my life. My mother was a reader. I grew up with books, and to suddenly not be able to read, and when the doctor says you can't do that anymore, that's more than a kick in the head. It was a disaster. And when they said, yes, but you can go on writing, there was no difficulty with my being able to make legible marks on paper. Reading for me was Shakespeare and Poe and Whitman and Hawthorne and all the great writers of the world. And then they said, but you can go on writing. Well, that's just me. You know, that it doesn't stack up.
You had the stroke 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And how much has your reading improved in 10 years?
There was a time when if I lost my place on a page that I was trying to read, I'd have to start at the top of the page again, because I could be reading a page that was all about someone like, say, Ernest Hemingway. And every time I came to those letters that spell out Hemingway's name, I would get halfway through the name before it would occur to me that I was reading for the 10th time the name Hemingway. I could kick myself. Why didn't the H-E-M trigger something in my dull head to make me grasp what was coming? You know, but I had to do it letter by a painful letter. And then 2 lines down, the name would appear again, and I'd have to do it the same way. And it was painful and slow and dulling, frustrating.
But you did it.
Yeah.
So how much do you read now for pleasure?
I've never stopped. I never stopped, even when it would take me all day to get to the bottom of the page. I still did it because words are friends. Although it may be painful, I'm still dogged and I still plod on. You know, it's what I do. Jane Eyre, Volume 1, Chapter 1. There was no possibility of taking a walk that day. We had been wandering indeed in the leafless shrubbery, dreadful in me was the coming home in the raw twilight. twilight.